I'm Abhaya. Pretty sure I know and love every single one of you. I live at Babaji's ashram in Hawaii, Konalani. And before I tell you what I'm talking about, I have a little exercise we can do. I'll do my best, Janani. So take a moment to close the eyes, if that feels okay. And start to feel inside, notice the inner space. Maybe you can feel a little buzzing after Sanjay's talk. And I'm going to say a phrase, and I want you to just feel with what it evokes in you. So here we go. Your karma. And you can say that to yourself, my karma. Say it a couple times and notice if there's an openness, a sweetness, a tightness, a fear, or maybe even nothing. And this next part is optional, but if you feel safe sharing, you can imagine there's a little invisible gauge next to you, and down low is like, ooh, I feel a little nervous when I think about my karma. Middle is neutral, and up high is like, I love my karma. So you can let your hand float a little bit, and this can be invisible if you feel shy, and find the place where you are right now in this moment. Wow, thanks guys for sharing. For people online who can't see what's happening here, there's this pretty strong neutral consensus, but there were a couple of karma lovers in the house. Maybe there will be more by the end of this talk, because today I'll be talking about loving your karma and how Babaji has helped me go from, I don't know if you can see my hand online, but down here to up here. And I'm sure it's cyclical and all that, but right now I'm here and I'm happy to share that. So as I prepared for this talk, Shiva Sutra really bubbled up for me. Shiva Sutra 3.25 says, karma can only be overcome if it is enjoyed. It cannot be cast aside or abandoned. And I don't know about you guys, but man, have there been a lot of things that I've just like ground through, right? Like, oh, okay, I just gotta survive. And according to this sutra, it doesn't really work like that. In fact, I'm gonna have to do it again and again until I actually enjoy it. And that's like a lot of motivation to enjoy your karma, right? And Babaji says it even better. Just a few weeks ago in satsang, he said, you have to learn to love your karma. And so I'll share each little step along the way and how Baba has helped me learn to love my karma. So we'll start down here. And a few years ago, I remember something was happening at Konalani that was really challenging for me. And even though it was happening to me, I didn't think it was my karma. I was like, oh, this thing is just being imposed on me. Obviously, it has nothing to do with me, right? And I was carrying it around kind of like a weight. And I think I was placing blame outside of myself. And I never said anything about it, but Baba knows all. And so one day, it was just me and him, and he said, Abhaya, it is my hope that you can be happy with your karma. And I remember in that moment, like, realizing the weight of what he had said. in that moment, I realized I can't blame anyone else for how I feel inside. Even if I can say like, oh, well, it's this person that's doing this to me. And so in that moment, I think I felt really nauseous. I think I felt the weight. But of course, Babaji always gives us what we need to move forward. And so I got to work. And at that point, I feel like I started to learn how to find neutral. So in those moments when I used to maybe point fingers and be like, oh, I feel this way, because I'm not going to point any fingers at you guys, because someone else did this thing. I started to recognize that pattern and use my practice to release. And this felt like a huge amount of progress. So for those of you who had your karma gauge here, that's awesome. Neutral's awesome. Down here, wastes a lot of energy, right? Just the suffering that we enhance. Here, I think we kind of break even. And so I'm grateful for the moments when I can be neutral. And over the past year, I've been working with something that felt really challenging, another little weight on my shoulders, and I was really good at finding neutral, or at least I thought. And so I didn't allow myself to spiral. I didn't allow myself to waste too much energy, and I felt pretty good at like, okay, yeah, I'm a yogi, I'm neutral. And one day I asked Baba about the situation that was on my shoulders. And he said the best thing ever. So I'm going to say it a little quiet because it feels like a secret. He said, do your best, be happy, and don't worry about the rest. And that's the moment that my neutral started to uptick. Because I realized everything that had been weighing on me was all the stuff I couldn't control. All of the outcomes and results. And do your best, be happy, empowered me to put all of my energy into what I could control, the part I could play in the situation. And all of a sudden, this huge weight that I had been carrying around for a long time turned into like this magical package of energy, a gift. And it was like exciting to unwrap it. I was like, wow, I get this gift. It was just like in that moment, this instant shift. And our karma really is a gift. It's our unique equation. Babaji talked about this so much in satsang yesterday and a little bit today. It's this equation just for us to help us grow. And that's why it's so hard, right? Because there's so much energy and so much potential bound up in it. And so when it arrives, like we feel that potential and it's uncomfortable and it's easy to sink. I know you guys can find neutral. And sometimes when we really use our practice, we're able to like unwrap the gift and just absorb the energy and rise to the next level. And then I have kind of a fun story about loving my karma, and it's good karma. So you might be like, well, it's not really fair, Abhaya. Like, what about when it's really hard? But let's focus on something fun. So my fun story takes place a week before coming to Shoshone, and I felt like my to-do list was like this long, And usually for me, that comes with a lot of stress and tightness. And I still am riding on the waves of Babaji's secret teaching to do my best and be happy. And so I sort of had this opportunity to not just go checking boxes with tension like I may have done in the past, or checking boxes totally neutral. And this was the same time that Rukmini and Krishna and their daughters were coming out to Konalani. And so there was this amazing opportunity to just be so happy and so grateful and have so much fun. And it was almost like I could just get lifted out of my patterned way of being, and I could harmonize with amazing Sangha and feel more relaxed as I went about all the things. And it's sort of like how Baba says the rules change when we go to a different level. It was like all of a sudden, somehow I was doing more, I was happier, and I still had energy left over to hang out and eat ice cream past my bedtime. I don't know how all those things were possible. The coolest thing is I didn't have to seek it out. Babaji said this yesterday. He says, your karma, it's probably staring you in the face right now. Does that mean I'm part of your karma? Are you coming to Hawaii? Maybe? No. This thing came to me, and I feel very lucky that I was in the right space to receive it. And when you're able to really rise to what your karma is asking of you, even when it's really fun, the universe rewards you. And here's the reward that I got. On my checklist for all the things to get ready for Shoshone, nowhere did it say, open your heart really wide and love the heck out of your Sangha. But opening to my karma allowed me to prepare for this intensive and all the other amazing things happening while I'm at Shoshone, by just being present with my life and doing what Baba said, doing my best, being happy, and not worrying about the rest. So as we prepare to transition, I know there's more intensive time, but you're probably starting to feel like, oh, okay, I can't stay at Shoshone forever. Maybe there is some karma bubbling up for you. And it doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be a battle. It really can be a gift, just a package of so much energy that you can unwrap with your consciousness, your practice. That's what Baba emphasized more than anything as he talked about karma. It's like you have to do your practice. So you have to do your best and be happy, but you have to do your practice first. And so let's do a heart meditation together, and there will be just a little bit of visualization helping you transition to loving your karma after the intensive. So take a moment, if you're not already comfortable, to adjust. Let your awareness start to sink down into the heart. And right now is an amazing, easy time to love your karma. Here you are at Shoshone Pure Land, surrounded by the most amazing Sangha, supported by Babaji's Shakti, the Shakti of the lineage. It might feel obvious for you to be here in this moment, but it's not. It's so rare. And this is your karma. So take a few breaths into the heart and notice any sense of joy, gratitude, or love bubbling up for the amazing equation that is unique to you and has brought you to this moment in time. And as you breathe and open, see if you can soften and relax the heart space. On Monday night, Babaji taught a really special way of working with the heart. As you inhale, can allow the heart to expand, and then keep all your focus in the center of the heart as you exhale so slowly, almost as if the heart was melting. And as you continue to work with the heart, let the whole body relax and soften as is available to you. notice the sense of support surrounding you, Sangha and the temple, and the support within you, the Shakti in your own practice. And start to visualize yourself taking all of this support as you walk out of the Shoshone temple, maybe eventually head to your car, driving to your home. You don't have to seek out situations, they'll naturally present themselves to you. And just imagine you can greet each of those situations with the feeling that you have right now, with this sweetness and clarity and infinite support, probably more than we ever could realize. And in the moments when you need a little extra help, just imagine Babaji saying your name and telling you to do your best, be happy, and don't worry about the rest. Thank you.